For more than 20 years, Better Existence with HIV, or BEHIV, has been providing life-saving programs to people infected and affected by HIV and AIDS. Its earliest focus was helping clients and their loved ones prepare for what was at the time often the end of the client's life.
BEHIV came into existence, and then my first partner came sick probably about 2 years after BEHIV started. We were still in the basement of the Methodist Church in Evanston. And I remember going downstairs there, and there'd be some old sofas and chairs and things down there, and he would go in for group therapy. Okay. And BEHIV helped him out with getting him with hospice, and whatever he needed. It was one of those things where he was first wave. Back in the 80s, 90s, things like that. And so that's how I really got started with them, or with BEHIV. Mm-hmm. And he passed away. He was 32, I think, when he passed away. And then I met another guy, and unfortunately, he came down with AIDS, and he had HIV at first and then got sick, and then we got involved with BEHIV again. Again, BEHIV has always been there.
This has been an epic from the beginning. It's medically and historically and politically. When my son first became ill, Kaposi sarcoma and CMV retinitis, and I could go on and on as to pneumocystis pneumonia. Today, we've replaced those issues with other issues. Happily now, people are, instead of getting ready to die, people really have to learn how to live again. And we find in our group now that these are very brave people.
Over the years, BEHIV has expanded its services, and we now assist thousands of people each year in accessing medical care and other assistance, treating their illness, maintaining stable housing, knowing their HIV status, and changing perceptions of the disease.
So when I came to BEHIV's doors that day, I wasn't even a person, when I walked in that door. And the very first person that approached me gave me a hug and told me it was gonna be all right. I'm like, why are you hugging me? You don't even know me. Why are you doing this and stuff, I came here for some help, and that was the help apparently I needed. I just didn't know. And everybody was hugging me. I was like, and just stay here. They made me stay there for like 3 or 4 hours or something till the nighttime meeting.
Rates of HIV infection are rising among young people, people of color, and women. Infection at younger ages often increases the number of services a client needs, as does economic factors. BEHIV's programs save lives.
I think the economic downturn has definitely increased the amount of referrals that we've received. Clients that normally are able to access the services, they are stable in their medical care, they're adherent to their medications, but now have been laid off. And so they're not able to pay their rent or be able to provide food for their family. So I think that's one of the major reasons why we've had an increase. I think also the medical community has been much better with providing referrals to case management and connecting clients earlier in treatment to case management. And so I think those partnerships are starting to develop stronger.
But he hooked me up to go to rehab that next morning. I don't even remember what his name was, but he sat down and found a place that would accept me that next day. I got a ride out there, and it just changed my whole life. And I made it a point to come back after them 2 weeks straight to BEHIV's doors so that I could let them know that thank you, and then other things just started happening, and I realized that I'm not as bad as I thought I was, because it was all my stinking thinking, and it just BEHIV just gave me a path that I just happened to follow, that it worked. It worked for me. And if it could work for me, the place where I was at, I just have a feeling it would work for anybody, you know, if they put their minds to it. You know, you gotta want to be the person that you were before. Because I mean, I didn't start off getting high. I mean, I didn't start off being, you know, I'll be positive for the rest of my life, yes, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that's gonna destroy me. It can't, not that. You know, that's not gonna be the thing that's gonna destroy me. And other people's opinions about me are not gonna destroy me either. And I know I wasn't that man before I walked in them doors.
Over 1 million Americans are HIV positive. 25% of them don't know their status. As it has for over 2 decades, BEHIV will continue helping the most vulnerable members of our community. We are committed to providing the counseling, therapy, and guidance people need to successfully combat HIV and AIDS. With your help, we will stop the further spread of HIV and help those who are already infected.
You know, by me accessing the services, I mean, I've used testing, I've used the individual counseling, I've worked, you know, in the art therapy program. I was part of the art therapy program for a while. Certainly, I think the way I accessed the services mostly, though, was when my partners were accessing the services and they were sick. And again, I've had 2 long-term relationships. I mean, one of 15 years and one of 10 years. And both of those guys went through they went through a lot. And they were, and again, BEHIV was there for them, and it was an amazing thing.